In this video, I will be providing a storytelling tarot for the full moon of February, also known as the snow moon. So before we go through that, I've got a couple things I'd like to share with you. A little bit about the snow moon of February and why is it called so. Checking in with the good old Farmer's Almanac, it is said to be called the snow moon because, especially here in America, North America, February is the month where we get the most snow. And so there you have that. The full moon represents the culmination of its 30-day lunar cycle through the heavens. And as a luminary in the sky with its changing faces, get that? It seems to signal the ending or a turning point where we can use this to monitor our progress and look back at all the changes and all the growth that we've been able to see behind that rear view mirror. We can use this time to reflect and enjoy the fruits of our labors, so to speak, right? The influence of Leo in this full moon is proud, emotional, and creative. It is romantic at heart, a perfect setup for Cupid's arrows. A Leo moon also means that we will be influenced by the ruling planet, the sun. So this full moon, as I'm hinting, is traveling through Leo. The fiery, noble, and courageous lion is in the house, inspiring a collective spirit of courage and leadership. These full moons are literally about fullness. No matter what sun sign you are in, use this energy, this Leo full moon energy, to create your own story, your own fate, to see situations clearly through its full illumination, and also to share your light and love and illuminate the path for others. Use this Leo full moon energy to celebrate yourself, your accomplishments, and to share your story with the world. We sure need more inspiration for others to keep on keeping on. So ask yourself, what do you want more than anything? And tune into your heart and ask the full moon to help make your desires a reality. Then take it one thing at a time. And now let's look at the numerology aspect of the month of February, represented as the second month of the year. The number 2 represents that feminine energy within us, influencing with grace and power, and how appropriate, as it is also the number that vibrates with the moon its best, that feminine energy here encompassed in its fullness. So expect the vibe of the month to draw in peace and balance in your relationships, both personal and career-related relationships. The energy of the vibration of number 2 will subtly bring us to be more intuitive and empathetic towards others. Be encouraged when you see the number 2 as a reminder to seek balance in your life and collaboration through teamwork with others. Life can only be as hard as you want it to be, but truly, if you think it to be a collaboration, it can be so much easier. Before we get started on the tarot storytelling, we're going to take a look at some random gems that I've picked here. And for those that like to work with stones, gems, and crystals, this is our little time, understanding that everything has a vibration and we can use these energies to work with our journey. Just like we have little pets, little stones also have energy. So this here, this beautiful stone here, is called Prasiolite. And for the crystal healers and the metaphysical practitioners, the Prasiolite symbolizes abundance. And we could see this little glow of green in here, prosperity and self-reliance. So working with this energy to put yourself in that mindset of abundance and prosperity. And also it's associated with both tranquility and inner strength. So this draws peace and draws in confidence. This one that I have in the center is celestite. And here it's this tumbled look. And here is the crystal view. And this was a gift from Oneida. Thank you so very much for this beautiful gift. And I send you love and blessing and tranquility in your life. So here, this is all about inner peace and creating that quiet space, not only around you, but also within you. And it also helps to elevate your spirit. This also draws in that ethereal energy, and as well as working with angelic beings, hence that word celestite. So it's a beautiful, beautiful energy and beautiful stone to work with when you're working with healing, and also because of its light blue nature, it works with your throat chakra. Thirdly, the third stone that I have here is rhodochrosite, and this stone is known to integrate your physical and your spiritual energies. And coincidentally, it also draws the vibration and stimulates love and passion, and also works with the inner soul. So this gem is a great stone to work with your solar plexus and your heart chakra. How appropriate for the month of February. If you're looking to release past relationship trauma, this is a good stone to work with, as it will help you bring it up, be prepared to acknowledge these feelings and release them in a very healthy way. So because it is a stone that works with the soul energy, it can help to attract a soulmate. Just keep in mind that not all soulmates are for the happy ever after story. Many soulmates come into our lives to disrupt and to teach us valuable life lessons so that we can continue to evolve our soul. And for that, we need to be grateful for. All right, let's move on now to our storytelling for the month. And since we are in the month of February, we will start with Pisces. Pisces, Aries, Pisces. Okay. Well, Pisces, a lot of things that are happening in your life, and interesting that, we have a couple here, and this being overseeing this situation, which the two individuals are free to walk away from. And then we have the number 15. It has the combinations of the number 1 and 5. And here, with that blend of these energies, that vibration, you have a sense of number 1, the new beginnings, the beginning of something new, and a sense that you're ready to move forward with something new, with the number 5, which resonates with change, with freedom, and also making important life choices. So it looks like there's something happening here as we're moving into this month for our Pisces. And this energy is asking you, hey, enough is enough. No more of the old ways. And the thing is that nothing is holding you back but your own beliefs about some past issues. And it hasn't changed because, as you see, this couple here is free to walk away. But there is something still very primitive, something very rough, and something very raw that's keeping you from making those important life choices. With the number itself as the number 15, we have this energy that's coming through that's kind of something at a very deep level is urging you to make these very needed life-changing choices. At the same time, what is it that draws us? What is it that draws us when you take the 1 and the 5 and you've got the number 6? 6 has the vibration and energy of unconditional love, of balance and harmony. So there's something deep, something bigger that is greater than you, that is moving you to make these life-changing choices that's going to help you in the future. But most of it is this expression of unconditional love. And maybe that starts with you loving yourself, this self-care, this nurturing. But at the same time, with that number 6, it's empathy. Empathy not for your own selfish needs, but for all those that will be affected by you making this choice. And if you look at this, how important that is, you have a 5-pointed star pointing it upside down, meaning why are you stopping yourself from doing something that is going to affect your whole future and probably that of others? So you may have to draw yourself towards the higher meaning of the 15, which is the 6, which is unconditional love, selflessness, and taking responsibility for your own self. And being that we are in the month of February, we've got I'm using 2 decks that are towards love. And so isn't this, as we look at this card here, and we have this full heart coming through with this vibration of number 3, kind of that trinity, something higher coming in. And look here, secret admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on, and probably that you are holding back to move in that direction. And here it is, because you don't realize that there is something better for you. And through the Rumi card, as you can see, this someone looking from afar. Isn't that interesting? Star Mother Arrakis, be the king who has made his own kingdom. Again, liberation, liberating yourself from this. Our Star Mother keeps an eye on all the wild games happening in the sacred playground of Earth. As you can see, in its most hedonistic nature, it's pretty wild, right? No bully shall prevail over you. No bully from within you shall prevail either. You are the child so secure in the love of our mother that you can trust life and your ability to face whatever comes implicitly. So again, it's interesting how these 2 cards are resonating, or all these cards so far are resonating with this theme here, a bully, and maybe that bully is your own mind. And here we have from the Moonology deck, and this one is upside down, full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. And we see this here as an upside down card, saying that you may be imprisoned within your own self. Again, there's so much for you to offer that it's almost like right at your fingertips. So embrace this Leo full moon, as I mentioned earlier, to love, to give, to express yourself. Conclusions are within reach. Take action. Aries. Aries, another fire sign with the Leo, which is in that full moon. There's going to be love in the air and a lot of confidence and positive energy with this person in your life, beautiful male energy coming through, confidence in the love that has been achieved in themselves and to offer it to others. Interesting. For Aries, this is you're at a place in your life where you're feeling comfortable. You know what you want, and you also understand your own feelings, your own depth, your own expressions of love, and you are not intimidated by expressing all these feelings. And you are embracing this side of you. You understand your feelings, and you are okay with wielding and sharing and expressing what's in your heart. So Aries, coming into this month in full control of yourself, in full control of your emotions, and ready to play the game of love if it is necessary, because now you have your head and your heart are in sync and in balance. You are overflowing in love, and you are willing to share what you have, not only from what you can offer physically, but also spiritually. You are coming in to a deeper understanding of love in all its aspects. So in career and money, all looking good for my Aries. Power, beautiful, beautiful month. And here in love, entwined in all the aspects of love, it's that confidence of mastery. You instinctively know what is right for you, and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. So it's coming in knowing your feelings and knowing how far you're willing to go and how much you're willing to give. And here we go with the Rumi deck. Let's see what it's offering as this ethereal being is here. Arise. Wings of hope languish from lack of use. Every cell in your body is created to rise to challenges. You have gumption, chutzpah, guts. You dare to love where others see only pain. You dare to believe that everything will work out where others only see what they judge to be wrong. You seek freedom where the world succumbs to manipulation and propaganda. Where others peddle fear, you recognize and know love's true power. And how true is this with this King of Cups showing up for you, Aries, letting you know that you know true power and love as well. So in the Moon deck here, this one is upside down, and it is the South Node saying, don't let your past hold you back. And because it is upside down, you are not letting your past hold you back. So in this aspect, it would be that you would be afraid to move forward in this relationship, in this business venture, in this business deal that you want. So here it is. This is a go. Move forward. Take that risk in the relationship, in this business, in your career. It's all good. Taurus. Okay, Taurus, there's going to be some delay in some project that you wanted to do, but hey, it's part of life. These things happen. Be prepared for that. And this could be also that there could be some setbacks with finances or any investment that is money related. So let's take a look at it on right side up. In its sense, in the numerology aspect of the number 3, the vibration of this number is all about happiness, optimism. As you can see, there's creativity, there's communication, and even implied here that there's some type of communication happening. And the number 3 has the vibration of society, gathering, and also growth and expansion. So it almost looks like here there's like a negotiation for something of expanding territory or building a house. So this may also be related to something that you have happening. But we have this as it's in the reverse, and it could be that this project this month is not working through. There's some delays in this because of communication and maybe a lack of teamwork here, because people are not kind of agreeing on what really needs to get done here. So might be some tensions in this situation that may be showing up for the month of February for Taurus. And it's interesting because Pentacles are in the Earth sign, so this is even augmented even more. And try to work with the Leo energy of this full moon to be willing to follow your intuition, to be willing to also bring in a little bit more creativity and allow that creativity not necessarily has to come from you. It could be channeled from some of the other people that are working on your team or in your family or in this project. So see it as a collaboration, because right now that collaboration isn't happening because people want to be recognized for their part in this collaboration so far, could be. So when everyone is given a chance to be heard, you might find out that this may be a very successful venture, a very successful relationship, a very beautiful project. Let's see how it resonates with the Lover's deck. Manifesting miracles. So be willing to manifest this miracle. Be open to it. Let's take a look. Interesting that we have a tree, and interesting that we have a lot of symbols kind of representing the same situation, that there's a lot of people involved in this and that you're going to have other people involved in your decision making. So and you want to create this strong foundation, whatever this means. It's funny that you see that there's a sense of a tree of life here as well, and you see this tree here. Okay, let's see. Manifesting miracles. Your dream is soon to become reality. Trust your heart and continue to follow its guidance. So the word soon also implies this delay that I'm picking up in this message. So believe in the miracle and that you deserve these miracles to happen in your life. In the Rumi deck, there's this very moving energy here. And it says here, whirling goddess. Not a single thread that has a head can go through the eye of the needle. Certain thresholds can only be crossed with the heart. You are being asked to trust rather than understand. See that what I said, sometimes when there's something that to be had, it doesn't have to come from you. Trust that others are channeling something beautiful in your life. So it says here, understand so that you may leave the past behind you and embrace the beauty of your life's journey. You are ready. You are ready to manifest these miracles. And here in the Moonology deck, it is upside down. And it's interesting. It says here full moon in Capricorn. Capricorn is an earth sign along with Taurus and Virgo. But the message for you, Taurus, is the end of a tough cycle approaches. Full moon in Capricorn. But let's see, because it is upside down. So just embrace the fact that you're still in this trench and you're working through this, and you can come through. So the ending is not here, but as long as you open up the channel of communication, allow for the miracle and the collaboration, then this will soon be behind you. Gemini. Ooh, the sun. Something is delayed here, and it's a big life lesson for you. You know, tough times don't last, tough people do, my Gemini. So keep this in mind as we move through this interpretation. Let's turn this right side up. So we have the number 19, and the vibration of the number 19, we can break it down to the two blend of numbers, the 1 and the 9. And as I've mentioned before, we have that very strong masculine energy of the number 1, represented also with the attributes of independence, beginning, progress, ambition, new beginnings. And then we have the number 9, which carries the vibration of universal spiritual laws of karma. So we could see that there is a life lesson, something that is meant to happen, is trying to break through for you in this season of your life, in the month of February. So it's reconnecting, Gemini, with your divine purpose. And then when we take the full energy of the number 19, it's about completion. As you could see, it's almost like the extension of the number 9 heading to 10. This is now heading to its next level, which would be 20. So this would be that whole journey. You have a lot of things that are coming up, but there's still a lot of loose ends. This is upside down. So this is really about staying focused. There's too much going on in your life, Gemini, and you just want to grab every opportunity where you start one thing, you drop it. You start one thing, you drop it. And that is something that right now you need to focus and find out which of these projects, which of these things take priority in your life right now, so that you can get through and welcome those new chapters and get through this life lesson that has presented itself in your life. And then when you take that 19 and you break it down further, 1 + 9 is 10. It is again about using this energy to finish up, to get that goal, to reach that level of success that you've been wanting to, and creating your own reality. But there's still something very deep within you that is stopping you, and that is within yourself and your own self. So you need to really get out of your own way. With the sun, normally when we look at it right side up, we see this vibrating energy illuminating us, and it's like it's got our back and guiding and lighting what's in front of us. And we could have a sense that there's a whole new beginning with this baby, because we have crossed what has been behind us, and all these experiences have already blossomed. We have learned these lessons, and we have this red flag of victory. But in its reverse meaning, it might be that there are some things this month that is showing up to be a little bit difficult for us, and we can't seem to get through, and we're not feeling the support that we need, and possibly we might feel a little frustrated that we're not where we want to be. And these are just some small setbacks, and we just need to persevere through this. We need to kind of find out, of all the things that are in front of us, what things are realistic for us to achieve, and what's going to make the biggest impact for us in the next coming months. So while we may want to be optimistic about certain things, we also need to be very real about this, whether it's in our relationship, whether it's in our pursuits of our business or our hobbies, depending on what age bracket you're in, or with our finances. So a lot of things for the month of February for Gemini. And from our Lover's deck, time. You are trying too hard. Give it time. So here we go. The same feeling where there's so much going on. We see hearts floating around, and we need to kind of focus in on one something. What do we truly believe in? What do we truly want for ourselves? So you've got to give some things time and put things into perspective, because you're trying too hard. Remember how I said that there feels like there's a lot of things that you've just got going on, but you haven't focused on one. So let's use this Eye of Horus and focus on that one thing that's going to draw our attention, and that we can truly believe in and get behind in, and focus on that one thing. Give it time also. And from the Rumi deck, Sacred Soul Sister. See a lot of passion here, and drawing in that one thing with passion. When you are beyond consciousness, the ecstasy of love moves your way. You know something deep in your bones. It doesn't have to make sense. It may be joy, or it may be the realization that a deep inner pain is to be released now, so that joy may arise. It may be that something is going to work out beautifully despite appearances to the contrary. It may be that you are meant to take a certain path. You just know. So focus on that and believe in that and focus in on that. And we have full moon in Libra working with you in this Leo moon, saying a win-win outcome is forecast. So as you focus on one thing and give it time and bring your passions to the one that you want, balance things out. A win-win outcome is forecast. So there you have it. Cancer. Oh, another major arcana. Okay, let's put this card right side up first. So for Cancer, it's interesting because there is this water vibe to the star card. Even though the star card is associated with Aquarius, it may be that you may be working with someone that's of Aquarius nature as well. But definitely here we're looking at the number 17. The vibration of the number 17 in itself has the combinations of the 1 and the 7. And we already talked about the 1, those new beginnings, progressing, growth. And the number 7 is about spiritual awakening. And we sense this energy here with all the stars here floating around, as we could see that this has 7 sub-stars around this major star. And that number 7 is about enlightenment and psychic abilities and manifesting those inner desires that you have. In general, then, the number 17 is about good luck, fortune, and being grateful for everything that the world and the universe is providing to you. Now, in another way, we also have a bigger number in here, which is the 1 plus the 7, which is the base number 8. In the base number of 8 here, it's about personal power, self-confidence, inner wisdom, wealth, abundance, manifestation. But we see that showing up here for the month of February in its reverse. So Cancer, there's going to be some issues. Maybe something inside of you has broken and you feel that no matter what you're trying, it's not working. You feel somewhat defeated. You have lost your mojo, your excitement, your reason to live, la raison d'être. And so here we have this situation where something to work through. It's not that things are impossible. It's just that is what's reflecting in your heart, and that may be what you're reflecting out in the world. Change your thinking and things may change for you, because through your thoughts you can activate the law of cause and effect. Right now it is being activated through your thinking. Now the question is, do you want to activate it consciously and consciously bring into awareness the things you want into life, into your thoughts? Ah, this person here thinking. Look at that. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light. Didn't I just say the thoughts in your head? It's what's bringing you into a gloomy state. Here we go. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. So here is the exercise. Contemplate and find peace and imagine those thoughts doing what? Dissolving into light, transforming into something beautiful. And the Rumi here says, you who show the way. Ah, you'd be surprised how you are showing the way. Pretend that someone is looking and they need your guidance. How would you like them to be guided by you? Into the gloom or towards the light? Let's see. The logical mind finds consolation in reaching a level of comfort in life. Lovers are focused beyond their own comfort. Just as the sun breaks through darkness, bringing light to the world by simply being itself, so too does your inner sun, your soul. You are an inspiration to many and help many more than you realize. There is an acknowledgement of who and what you are, given freely because you are ready to receive it. So stop doubting yourself. You see the light? The light is mentioned here. You need to allow that light to come through, because you who show the way, show the way. And here we have the new moon in Sagittarius working with you, because luck is on your side. Believe it. Believe it, Cancer. Believe it and receive it. Leo. Bam, 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 bam. Moon in Leo. All right. Full moon in Leo. All right. What are you worried about? What are you trying? What are you worried about, and what game are you playing? Looking at the numerology influence of this card here, the number 7 vibrates with faith and spirituality. And so being urged here in the month of February to reconnect with that inner wisdom, to reconnect with your spiritual journey, with your self-development. And when you do that, when you start that, it could mean through your own journey, through your religious affiliation, through those things that feed your soul, and be more engaged in those things that will help you connect with that part of you. So that's the number 7. So by looking at the imagery here, it seems that perhaps during the month of February, you may feel like you need to kind of see, look, it looks like he's almost tippy-toeing. Like you want to tippy-toe and sneak out of whatever situation you're in. You want to avoid this situation. You don't want to be a part of this thing that's going on, whether it's at work, whether it's in the relationship, whether it's some money issues, because in your mind, it's just, you just want to walk away from this, and you want to leave it behind where like nobody even realizes that you left. But that's just a feeling that's temporary, because you have to ask yourself, what is being left behind, and what are you willing to take with you? Is this going to still torment you? I have learned that whatever you're running away from will be wherever you're going, waiting for you with a different face, a different name, and a different environment. So escaping the situation will not solve the problem. Maybe for a second you might feel good about it. In the long run, you're not going to get away with this. You're going to suffer more. And the worst part, because you're carrying it with you still, you're going to bring it where you're going. And so what's the question? Maybe there's some things that you need to talk with a person, and February's going to be the month, if you choose to handle it that way, in your love, in your relationships, in your career, in your business, in your dealings with any financial negotiations you have set forth. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. And so let's take a look at this. Playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. You might be surprised that once you talk this situation over, love is the greatest healer. And you see this couple together here. Beautiful. Sweet. Have fun. Have fun with love. Don't think about things. Don't overthink things. Don't think, is somebody cheating on me? Or don't you be thinking, well, they're not going to know if I do something on the side here. The cloak of Christ. Oh boy. In the school of humanity, you reside on the King's throne. This is now more with that vibration of number 7, the spirituality. Rumi knows stuff. Your soul has been ravaged, and you are succumbing to weariness. Probably that's why you might want to run away. That which plagues you is not as powerful as you fear. Face it. Exhaustion is not a sign that something must be done so much as a sign that something must be received, allowed. Accept divine refuge now. So remember, we're talking about the number 7, that spirituality, your inner base. Okay, so we have here, Leo, we have a bull here. So something's asking you for grounding. Apparently you're not focusing on the things that you should here. So let's see. Your dreams need a practical plan. There you go. So if you dream and you don't put things in writing, and with those things in writing, not create a strategic plan with timelines, contacts, and action, it's just nothing. And there's part of that frustration, and then you might be trying to run away from your responsibilities. Leo, February is going to ask you to get real. Talk about earth signs. Let's look at Virgo. Money, 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 money. All right, here we do have Pentacles, which are all about those earth signs. So I could see here, without saying much, the number 10 and the card itself, it's about reaching your goals. It's about family. It's about sharing. It's about manifesting. It's about prosperity and abundance, money and wealth, achieving some things, landing a deal, securing things with your family and your home. The number 10 has both the number 1 and 0, combining this energy here. The number 10 comes back also to that number 1. So as you complete things, and reach these levels and plateaus and progress, guess what? It's preparing you for that new journey, new foundations, and creating that number 10 in its whole sense. It's about completions, achievements, and creating your own realities. With this message is February is about encouraging to move forward in your life with faith and trusting that the right path will always be there when you step on it. So have no fear. You'll have the support and the love of all those that are there to be in and meant to be a part of this journey at this time with you. So February, for my Virgos, you've worked hard enough. You are there where you need to be right now. Things are going to be falling in place for you in your relationship. Those opportunities and things with your career, your work, they're going to be just coming to you, and it's going to feel wonderful for a change. Enjoy this beautiful month of February. As we talked about the number 2, it's that balance that you've been seeking, and what I would recommend is hold and treasure all those days during the month of February as if they were photographs of a special album that you can come back to in the future as you embark on your new journey, to remind you how wonderful it is to savor success in all its phases. And wow, healing. This beautiful angel coming in. And I like this sense that you have guardian angels healing different parts of you, your mind, your spirit, your soul, and your body. So it says here, imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. So for some of the Virgos out there that are struggling or having some issues in the relationship, it's about giving it a chance. It's about healing through this situation. And imagine that the healing is coming and taking place in your life. And allow it and welcome it. With the Rumi deck, I surge on the uprising wave of love. So remember, it's upside down. So allow the healing to take place, because it wants to come through. The healing wants to happen. Love wants to be in your life. Oh, look at that with this moon, the Leo moon. Very passionate and bending through that. You see that? As if that's a person bending through that with the yin and the yang, that energy of balance with the number 2. Lots of beautiful messages here. I was raw, I was cooked, and I was burned. So that happens. Without that happening, how can you appreciate all the beauty that's there for you? You are going through a cycle moved by forces stronger than your will. There is a karmic period with grander cycles affecting smaller ones. The smaller ones are not less important, but they do have to bow to the power of the great. Surrender to the oneness with the magnificent unfolding divinity that is life itself. Look at that. Surrender. And a new start is coming. Remember 10, ending of a cycle, preparing for the new one. Hey, this is all working together with this beautiful message for my Virgos. A new start is coming with the new moon energy for you. Libra. Libra. So I could see without even moving forward, we have some issues that feel like some things are being restricted and out of balance in the area of finance or material, or a business transaction is not moving the way you want it to be. So here we have, or trying to get to a travel plan that it's not happening, and it's kind of because there's some other things that you've got to look at, possibly health related, before you can make those trips. Interesting. So now let's move forward with its right side up meaning as it's played out with the number 5. The number 5, as I've mentioned earlier, is about that personal freedom. It's about individuality, life lessons, change, and versatility, and sociability, and a lot of other great things that involve love, idealism, and the courage to do the things that are truly in your heart. But that's the problem. Something's happening that we are fighting this very life lesson that has to do with either people and money. And in that sense, it is more about embracing what is the lesson that this experience wants to give me, and how can I move through it with the least pain as possible and the greatest mastery. Wow. When we see this imagery of the card itself, we see two people that look somewhat destitute, somewhat injured. Life has just really beaten them down, and they're walking past what I would say a house of worship. So it's either we're being drawn in to come back to the spirituality and embrace that journey, that divine path that this universe has for us, so that we can master this situation, which is a very material situation that we've got to get through. And when we look at the card itself in its reverse, there's this snow. Instead of the snow being at the bottom, it is at the top, which means that brighter things are coming. When we look at each of those beautiful individual snowflakes, they're all its own fingerprint, and we receive it as a blessing that is coming to us, and brighter days are coming. We're being inspired to connect with these deeper parts of us, and that now what was blocked now is going to be revealed in what I would say more of that divine path. As we have these coins and this stained glass, our feet are now being guided with higher purpose, and the worst is now over. It was a tough month. You just went through a tough cycle. You just went through a tough month. February for you, Libra, is going to bring more balance and clarity, as we see here with that number 2, and in the month of February, the number 2 resonating again. And Libra is about the scales. It's about that balance. It's about bringing it into that one harmony. It is not about duality, but that oneness and the wholeness of it through the balance that is created by the scales. So if this has to do with health or a relationship or a money issue, the worst is behind you. Things are now on the mend. Things are now on the path of recovery. And if you're caring for someone, this could also mean that there is more help available so that this person can get the financial help or other assistance that is needed. See, we talked about Libra, balance. I couldn't have picked this out any other way. Wow. Libra, yin and yang. Libra, this is for you. February, it's finally here. The number 2, balance, harmony is here for you. Stop worrying. It's all going to work out. Love is not always about agreeing just for the sake of it. A great relationship is one that both supports and challenges. So see the situations that's showing up as a way to make you stronger, because here you can get through this. You can overcome what is here with love by your side. Now the Rumi card is in the reverse, so let's see what it means. Let's read it. Wow, look at this. The balance here too. The physical and the spiritual. The physical and spiritual all in one. The balance, spirituality, all encompassed in the circle. Wow. The human gift. Such attraction is offered by the beloved with sweetness and generosity. Yet such jealousy comes from you with so much doubt and suspicion. So don't worry, it will heal. Whatever's happened, give it time for it to heal. Do you berate yourself, blazing angel, because you have moments where you cannot trust in love more than you believe in your fear? Rise now from your doubts and admonishments and let your human self be loved. Even with all the doubt, you are cherished, one of the great beloved, and always shall be. Be kind to your heart. Be kind to your heart. That is beautiful. Balance and be kind to your heart. And so prosperity is ahead. As I said, brightness is coming. You're now here stepping on more solid ground. Wow, the moon in Taurus is bringing this to you, my beautiful Libra. Prosperity, receive it. Scorpio. Okay, so we have the number 2. Interesting, in the month of February, the number 2. So Scorpio, a lot of things are going to be presented for you this month. Let's put this right side up and we can look at the imagery and the numerology influence. With the number 2, the vibration here, remember we talked about duty and balance, harmony, diplomacy. This is about our life purpose and our soul mission. So what happens here when we have this upside down? Maybe there's a sense of a disconnect for our Scorpios. Maybe the sense that we are far away from these feelings and we're not bringing them in. We're not expressing. We're not trusting. We don't have faith that there's a greater plan for us, that the divine force is watching out for us. Sometimes you've really got to trust the universe. You've done your part, and now you've got to, just like a good stew, give it some time. All the flavors will blend in. So perhaps you have been dealing with things in a very harsh way, and this is a reminder that we need to have a little compassion, adaptability, and diplomacy when we are dealing with others. So that it showed up in the reverse, Scorpio, this message is about making plans. Apparently there are some things that inside of you still haven't come to terms with. It hasn't even awakened yet, but you know, it's there as a small seed, and it is for that to even become part of this manifested reality or a goal that you can reach. You really need to have a long-term plan about these things that you want. And while it seems that some things are at a standstill, the thing is that time will push up very fast and it will catch you by surprise. So you can't ignore that there are a lot of things happening now that will impact your future. The thing is, are you ready for that? So if you take proper planning now in many aspects of your life, whether it's with your family, because I have a sense here of family planning, as well as could be personal goals that are related with someone else. And it seems that it's not just you, but it's also involving other person or persons. Could be a family unit, could be something that has to do with business, but it has to start with you creating a plan that has more than just 3 months ahead. It's like, hey, if I focus into the future, maybe 5 years into the future, what can I think of now? And begin to get your mind going of the many things that you can plan for. Dream with a plan that you can objectively start moving towards. But you need to see that there are possibilities. There are options. You have to be open to them. Not only in yourself, not only in business or finances with business, but also in love. Let's see what this stores. Oh, look, it shows a couple here. Scorpio. When it comes to matters of the heart, there is no right and wrong. Every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. And there's that word of choice. So there might be a reason that you're holding back. And here, through the Lover's Oracle, every choice you make expands your understanding of life and love. Don't be afraid. Don't hold back. Let's see what Rumi says. Rumi says, let love transform. Whoa. Hello, Scorpio. The sea becomes filled with pearls. The dry land receives the water of life. So there's that sea right here. And then you see there's homes here. There's life. Love's genius and generosity are not bound by the mind. All manner of miraculous grace works through love and endless creativity variety. Endless creative variety. Your heart's yearning shall manifest itself. Do not attempt to predict how that can be. Why would we seek to limit love's creative genius? Instead, trust that it will be magnificent and kind. Remember here, it's about that plan and trusting But move forward, move forward. And what does the Moonology deck bring you? It's in upside down, so let's see what it is. Expect powerful change. New moon eclipse. So we see this sense here, and it's upside down. It's trusting that the universe is doing its part. Don't sit there trying to control things. Trust, and let it come to you. Expect powerful change. Sagittarius. What do we have here, Sagittarius? Okay. It's a load to carry, but guess what? You don't have to carry it much longer. I love this because I'm a Sagittarius. In numerology, as I mentioned earlier, the number 10 carries the vibration of the 1 and the 0. So we have those new beginnings and those ideas and independence and creativity and originality. Then we also have the number 0. With that number 0, it's developing one's own spiritual side. So as it comes in as a whole number, number 10, that as you've completed this journey, now you're beginning to receive those new insights, new guidance through those ideas and thoughts, and not to be overwhelmed. Be open to receiving these things because this journey is now behind you as you receive and as you accept that you are reaching the end of a cycle. Now, one of the messages here, by looking at the card, you have this person carrying 10 sticks, 10 wands with them, and each of these wands have blooms. There's potential to each one. Now the question is, are you taking on extra burdens of others that don't belong to you, or are you creating more work for yourself that shouldn't be there? Sometimes when you carry too much, it becomes exhausting. It becomes a burden. And for you, you need to lighten up that load. Whether it's feeling that you're carrying this relationship, you're the one that's initiating, you're the one that's supporting this relationship to keep going. In the area of career, what does this mean? Could it be that you feel that you're overwhelmed because you're taking too much, whether it's at work, whether it's with your academics, whether it's in the charity group, you're just taking on more than your share. And it can wear you down eventually. And in money, have you overburdened yourself financially? So take the message from that number 10 and just come in to what is the lesson here so that I can get through this cycle, so I can pass this class and move on to greater sights. How does this apply with the Love Oracle? Freedom. 10, the cycle. Come on. There is nothing stopping you. The path is clear if you want it to be. How is that? You know what? I'm going to tell you, Sagittarian. Drop the sticks. Then you can walk easily and have freedom. There you go. The freedom that you seek is seeking you. Wow. Victory. Whoa. Go Sagittarian. Yay, yay, yay. The victory of Mariam. If you are longing to caress the moon, hello, moon in Leo, which is another fire sign, do not turn away from it. No, baby. Face it. Hello. Embrace it. You are an eagle with wings. That's right, I'm an eagle with wings, ready to soar. So I push you from the cliff top that you may know yourself. Whatever may be troubling you, remember, whatever may be troubling, drop it, is not meant to bring you trouble. Allow yourself to become eagle-eyed. Beloved wild one, the attitude rather than the circumstance needs to shift. Then you shall find your resolution. Embrace that with a badass attitude, the attitude of gratitude, the attitude of victory. Go Sagittarius. Okay, because what? Your hard work is paying off. So you know what? You've already carried that burden long enough. The new moon in Capricorn, all that work that you've done is paying off. Transform, transmute, victory. All right. There you go, Sagittarian. Capricorn. All right, my Cappies. What? Yes, judgment. Woohoo! All right, Capricorn. I love this for you. I wanted to see this message because my husband is a Capricorn. My son is a Capricorn. My mother-in-law is a Capricorn. But my husband and my son, they're going through some challenges. And guess what? I love this message. Judgment. and Judgment right side up. Wow. Healing, the angel, the trumpet coming out of the grave, new life. Hello. Cappies, let's look at the numerology aspect of this storytelling tarot. We've got number 20. This has the blended energies of the 2 and the 0. So remember what we have here. The number 2 resonates with the vibrations of what? Balance. We are in the month of February. That number 2 resonating now in its double power for you. Service and duty. So now things are coming back into balance, not only in life, but in your relationships, your partnerships, and in love. Be open to receive whatever the universe is going to dish out to you. Because that number 2 in its double power is, and it's in singularity, the number 2 is about that divine life purpose and the soul mission. So the events that are leading up here in February are all about bringing you back to your life purpose, your soul mission. And the 0 in the 20 is reminding you the basic number 0 is developing your spiritual side and finding out what that means to you in that spiritual journey. So the things that may be uncertain now, be open to listen to your intuition in its whole state. The number 20 is a message of love, of support, and encouragement from the universe, from the angels. Know that you are well blessed in this month. Align and put yourself into service for others. Be compassionate. Have compassion for yourself and live your life with love and harmony. Okay, Capricorn, now we look at the message here, and the Judgment card happens to be the card before the last card of the major arcana, which is 21, the world. So you are on track with some major life lessons under your belt. And this is a period here indicating of an awakening, brought on by what? Act of self-reflection, and also brought on by what? The inner part of you has been pushing you into circumstances that allows you to have that awareness of yourself, to look at the things that have happened recently and in the past, and what has brought you here, so that now you can have a clearer idea of what are the changes that you need to make personally for yourself to continue to expand. And what are these things? This could be changes in your daily life, in the routines that you're doing, and it could be some small changes or it could be some big changes. The thing is, for you, Capricorn, anything that you do personally, mentally, spiritually, is not just going to benefit you. Your changes are going to have an impact and affect not only you, but the people around you. So keep that in mind, that this is not about selfishness. It's that you're taking others with you in this transformation journey. What do we have? What? Wow, we talk about heart, we talk about wings. Look at this resonating wings here. It's whoa, I love it, Capricorn. The past is now behind you. Release it and embrace new possibilities. Look at this, embracing new possibilities. A new path is now available to you. Follow it with faith. Wow. And what does the Rumi card give for you? It is now upside down. So we're going to look at its message and find out what you can do to align yourself with its true message. Another angel. Man, the angels are with you, Capricorn. Look at that. Look at this blast of angels. Wow. The right choice. Not every eye has vision. Not every sea contains pearls. When you are drawn away from a tantalizing sweet shop, trust that there is a more delicious array of confectionery just around the corner. Yes, have your tantrum if you must, but you will be sheepish when you realize the hand that removes it is the same great hand of the beloved that bestows even greater gifts. So remember this. See the things as possibilities. and see that everything that is happening in your life is a gift from the great loving force. Don't ignore it. It's with you. You might want to struggle, and you might want to have, as I personally know from my Capricorn, have tantrums. But I would say stop the tantrums. You're too great to have tantrums anymore. Okay, and here we go. What is this moon saying? Adjustments are required. Third quarter moon energy is reminding you that with these transformations, with these changes, with the past behind you, and knowing that these choices are there, guess what? You're going to need to make adjustments. Don't fight it. Even ask your angels, what adjustments do I need to make now so that I can be ready for the judgment and transformation ahead of me? Because the past is behind. Release it and embrace new possibilities. Wow. Aquarius. Beautiful message with the number 2. A great month for Aquarius. I love this message for you. Let's take a look at the numerology influence for Aquarius with the number 2. As we mentioned earlier, because we had a lot of influence of number 2, we're in the month number 2. So keep that in mind for you. It's vibrating big, and embrace it and receive it, especially with that Leo fire energy of that moon, full moon activating in your life. So here, balance, duty, service, relationship, staying in with your divine life purpose, and also this intuition, and of course, again, partnerships and relationships. So a beautiful message being resonating from number 2, as a lot of things are lining up for you in the area of relationship, with career and money. A lot of balance is showing up, and you are activating this. It's a perfect time to put all those things in order, to work with this beautiful energy of balance in your life. Now, when we come to the imagery here, we see people here that are embracing this situation, they're ready to make a commitment. We see this person reaching out toward the other person. It's healthy, it's strong, and they're making that commitment. So in love, this is a good message for those that are in a relationship, ready to pursue a relationship and moving forward in a relationship. Even if it's a business relationship and partnership, this is resonating there as well, not only in that personal vibe. So when it comes to work, you might start noticing that people are receptive to your ideas. They're amicable. They're appreciating what you do. They're appreciating even you. And they're gaining this more respect with you. They're getting to know your style. So when it comes to work, this is a wonderful message. New opportunities are opening up for you, not only in advancement, but in your current situation. A lot is happening for you. They're gaining the respect of others. The collaboration is there. This is a good sign. And in the area of finance and money, seeing a lot of stability here, and that you've got some type of, like, I would say, grasp of the finances. And it could also mean that you could be receiving some type of bounty coming your way. So prosperity in love, money, and in life. Let's take a look at this. Look at that. The 2 of Hearts, 2 of Cups. So beautiful. Coming through, the big lion coming through. So let's see. My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually, we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. So this is a very deeper message of security, not only from here, but from those that have had loves move on. So life moves on, and that love is always there. Look at that. Dance of the Divine Feminine from the Rumi deck. Swirling in, connecting with that beautiful number 2 energy. If you remember, we talk about the moon is the feminine, and so there's a lot of beautiful energy flowing through my Aquarians, and so a lot of confirmation and great thoughts are going to come. A lot of creativity is going to come for all those that are Aquarius and are in the arts field, and also engineering as well. I'm getting a lot of creativity for the arts, for the musicians, for the actors, for engineering, for anyone that's in any creative thing, whether you're drafting. So interesting. How bitter the taste of water would be if the river stopped its flow. The universe esteems you capable of more than being sure-footed and sensible. You can whirl and stumble, inspired by the music of the spheres. There is big magic for you to weave this lifetime. Prosaic priorities inherited from the world are stuff and nonsense. Give up the mainstays that drain your heart. Ask your soul what matters most and attend to that. So if there's love in the air, pursue it. If you've got creativity happening, pursue it. And here, whirl of love. And what does the moon say? Okay, remember, this is coming upside down, and I see it in Leo. And guess what? For my freak Aquarius, well, guess what? Full moon in Leo is showing up for you, full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. So here, this is stop being shy. Stop living in your head. In its reverse, step up, step in, embrace Leo energy today. All right, there you go. All right, my loves, let's close this out with an angel card. What will the angels ask of us? Trust. Trust. This beautiful angel. Trust, and there's that beautiful moon in the back. Trust. So as we open through and receive the things in our life, trust that we are in that divine path. Trust our intuition. Trust that there is something greater within us asking us to be our authentic self, and receive all the bounty and the blessing that is coming your way. Well, my darlings, I am going to wish you all a happy, happy full moon in Leo and beautiful snow moon. If you're in the northern part, stay warm and keep your hearts warm for yourself and for others. And happy Valentine's as we go through this beautiful month. Let love be in your hearts all year long. Be blessed.